I've been thinking about the whole truth of Easter, and I keep coming back to this particular truth that it wasn't the nails that held Jesus there on the cross, it was love. I know this episode's supposed to be, an Easter episode, but yeah, life happened and I wasn't feeling great. But you know what I believe? I believe that messages like this, they don't expire, and Easter isn't just a one-day celebration. It's a daily reminder because love, it speaks always. So hi, welcome back to this episode of A Walk with A.F.I. I am so glad and excited that I am doing this with you. So this episode is about, my thoughts about Easter, about Jesus being on the cross, about his love and everything. Because thinking about it, I realized that Jesus could have walked away. I mean, this man is powerful. What are you saying? Don't play. He could have walked away, but he didn't. He could have called the angels. He could have called down fire, just like Elijah did. He could have done a lot of things. He could have asked that those people that were, putting him to the cross should just be smitten by something and die. He could have done a whole lot of things. In fact, before this whole thing got to the point of, him being on the cross, he could have absconded. He could have done a lot of things that Jesus could have done, but he didn't. He stayed. He chose to stay, actually, and not because we were perfect, but because his love was, and his love will always be perfect. And honestly, that kind of love still stretches me. Personally, I'm not the super expressive or jumpy kind of person around people. Yes, I love to talk. Like, there's no how you will know me and you want to know that, yeah, Afi loves talking. She loves having meaningful conversations and all of that. That excites me a lot. But at the same time, I love my space. Like, don't even go there. I love my space, and I love my peace. And honestly, it takes me time to really open up to somebody. It takes me time to really be very jumpy or very comfortable around you. It takes me time to really allow you into that deep part of me and, all of that. And even when I love someone, I'm more comfortable doing that from a place of, yeah, I've known this person over the years. I can trust this person. Okay, I can tell this person some kind of thing. I can go lengths for this person because I know that, yeah, this person is like, my G, this person is my friend, this person is like, you get that kind of a thing. So it's coming from the place of trust, from the place of, yeah, time, the number of years that I've known the person. It's coming from the place of consistency, how consistent this person, this friendship has been and all of that. And even when I have issues with my friendships, there are a lot of friends that I have that at some point we've kind of fallen apart and it's also looking like maybe this is the end of this ship. And then coming back, we communicated, we spoke, we talked, we trashed things out, and yes, we are back to in fact, very good friends and all of that. So I know I can all be that, but just very jumpy and all of that around people, always allowing people into my space like 24/7. I'm not always very comfortable doing that, but I give love, you understand? But it's usually to people that I've observed and people that I've grown with over time. And when it comes to strangers, I'll be kind. I won't lie. Seriously, when it comes to people that I don't know, when it comes to strangers, yes, I will be kind to you. I will be kind, I will be warm. But once you start, to cross the boundaries, oh God, that's where my walls come up. If you are my friend, you've broken that trust and all of that, I bring up the walls again and I start gradually learn to know you again. But when it comes to strangers, in my head, I'm like, wait, I'm still knowing you. I don't even know you like that, so don't do that with me. So, but lately, I've been asking myself, okay, A.F.I, wait, is that the kind of love that Christ taught us? Because his love wasn't guarded. He didn't put up, those walls and all of that. It was intentional. His love was open and it was selfless. And honestly, that love cost him. Like, it cost him. Do you understand? And after sitting with my thought and all of that, and then I called myself, I said, "A.F.I, okay, if you're like this, then are you really, portraying the love that Christ has taught us?" And here is one thing that I have come to realize, that the only reason why we can even begin to love like that, the only reason why I can even love anyone, like, take me for example, when it comes to strangers, I'm just kind, warm, cordial, respectful, and all of that. And once you cross the boundaries, I'm like, okay, where are my walls? Do you understand? And the only way I can even give, the little love that I can give, I will call it little because Christ even loved strangers. It went like at length to those we would tag as strangers in his life when he was on earth. Do you understand? So this whole reason is because God loved us first. There's this Bible verse that I love so much that says, while we're yet sinners, hey, God, he still died for us. So since the inception of time, he has chosen us, and that is the foundation. So we don't love from emptiness, we love from being loved. But then, what do you do on the days when loving someone feels like a burden? What do I do when, I feel like, oh, this person, I will not know this person too much, and this person is bringing this burden? No, don't do that, and all of that. When you are in doubt, because the truth of the matter is sometimes I doubt. I'm like, good. If you are too nice, if you love people too much, they tend to play on that and, manipulate you and all of that. And then I aspire into this thought, into this doubt and all of that. So when our mind says, what is the point? What do we do? So I will just share the things that, I've been doing over time and it's been helping. I'm not there yet. That is just the perfect truth. I'm not there yet. I'm still, working. I'm still striving, get to that point where I can go all out for, even if I'm not my friend, I can still go all out for you. So one thing that I do is I go back to my, my source. I realize that God is the source of the love that I have. And I ask him to help me see the person through his own eyes, through his own sight, and not mine, because mine is very blurry. My sight is very blurry. So one thing I do is I go back to the source, I go back to God. I ask him to help me see this person, these people, through his own sight, not mine, because my own view is limited and is very blurry, like I said. But his sight is accurate and filled with mercy. And also, I remember how much I have been loved. So even on my worst days, even at my worst moments, so when I feel that doubt strongly, when I feel like, okay, this person is not supposed to be doing this and all of that, one thing that I do is I remember how much I've been loved. I mean, somebody died for me while I was a wretched sinner. Yes, while I was still a wretched sinner, So I go back to that, and that perspective, honestly, is very humbling. Every time it makes me to realize that I'm not even worthy of this love that God has shown to me. So why should I base my own love on time, what somebody has done and all of that? And it softens my heart every time. And also, set wise boundaries. I know some people be like, oh yes, Jesus was all kind, was all going out for people and all of that. But the truth of the matter is, yes, Jesus was doing that, but he protected his peace. Yes, while he was on earth, he did that, because you can set boundaries and still have a soft heart. You just have to learn not to use our boundaries as an excuse to build walls around our love. Jesus set boundaries. I can still remember when people went When he went into the temple and they were doing what they were not supposed to do, yes, he chased them out. He called them out on their bullshit. When the Pharisees and when they were doing a lot of rubbish, Jesus, a lot of questions that he ignored, a lot of, you were reading the parts in the Bible and you'll be saying that, oh wow, Jesus did this? No. that thing, even Jesus, when he saw that fig tree, he cursed it. So Jesus did set boundaries. Yes, he was kind and he was loving, and he was kind to people that he never knew, even though I assume Jesus knew he was right from heaven, right? But yeah, let's put that aside. But he was really kind to everyone, but yet he set boundaries. Yet he put people where they're supposed to be when they overstep those boundaries. And there are times that Jesus will retreat. The Bible made us understand in a lot of places that after the day's work and everything, Jesus will retreat, Jesus will go up and all of that. So yes, set wise boundaries and also be honest with God. See, there are some prayers that I pray and then it might actually sound funny. Sometimes I just be like, oh God, what is happening? So today I met this person and yes, it was nice, it was kind. And at some point, this person just did this. This person, I didn't know how to react. So I just smiled. I just like, yeah. And then, talking about it, being honest with him, honestly, it helps. It's to me, it's just me saying, help me. This thing is hard. This thing is weighing me down. And honestly, that is where grace flows. And on days like that, I just find something interesting about people like that. And then I probably be the one to even go and text them back. I'm like, hey, I just wanted to check up on you and all of that. And then the last but not the least is to take it one choice at a time. You don't have to feel it every second. Yeah. But choosing your love over bitterness, choosing your love over revenge, choosing your love over pride, that is strength and that is Christ-like. Christ chooses love over, the pain, over everything. So when those days come, when I feel like this person is doing so much, I just know this person, why would this stranger do this and do that? I've learned to, allow my love to, overshadow that thought, overshadow that doubt, because there are things that people do honestly and you are pissed because you're like, I don't even know you that way. I'm just trying to know you and you are doing this and all of that. But allowing that love to overshadow that pain, that hurt, it actually helps. It allows you to flow with more grace and to love people better. And honestly, over time, I've been trying this and it's been working. Honestly, it's been working because now I feel like, yeah, my heart is more, receptive towards people than it used to be. So yeah, love held him there. Yes, love held Christ on the cross. And that same love still holds us. Yes, it holds us together, every day. And we won't always get it perfectly because Christ's love is perfect, but we are not. Even though He wants us to be perfect, and that is why we have to try all the time, to work towards that perfection. But as long as we stay rooted in the one who loved us first, we keep growing, and that is all that matters. So let's choose love, not just the easy kind, but the Christ kind. Even when it seems like people are doing too much, even when it seems like, okay, this person is overstepping his or her boundaries, even when it's like, oh, I don't think I can do this. Oh, I doubt if I really like this person or love this person. Sometimes the devil will just bring some rubbish thoughts to your mind and you'll be like, wait, is that coming from me? But I want you to know that every day, just choose love. Just ask God to help you. Ask Him to make your heart to be more receptive towards people. And until I see you again, please take care of yourself. Yeah, keep thriving and keep believing and keep loving. I love you. Bye.